Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome to the DIY University by Sally Beauty class, where we're going to talk about today how to gloss like a boss with Wella Color Charm. And I'm going to be sharing with you the new Wella Color Charm formula, which is amazing. But first, I want to mention how you can enter the giveaway that we're having today because Sally Beauty is going to choose three lucky winners that are going to win two tubes of colors of your choice along with its dedicated developer. And the way that you can enter, you just have to like this video, make a comment on the comment section, and or also you can post a question on the chat box. All right. And so, with that said, let's get started. Today, we are talking about how to gloss like a boss using the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color. And this is a great color for someone who probably has a few grays in their hair and they want to blend them away, not necessarily cover everything, but like disguise them a little bit, a very natural look. This color is great also for someone who is looking to tone the hair. You know how sometimes when you're a blonde or even brunettes in the summer with the sun and the salt from the ocean or the chlorine from the pool, it gets a little faded and it changes to like an unwanted warm tone. You can use the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color to tone that brassiness, make it more rich, vibrant, and shiny. This color is also great for someone who needs to refresh their hair. Maybe it's looking a little dull and it needs some shine and it needs like lots of shine. You can use the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color to refresh your hair. And another great tip that I can share with you guys is that I use it on my blondes or anyone who has a lighter color and wants a little bit of dimension. I also use it to do low lights, and it's great to change the tone of your hair. And so it is very easy to use. One of the things I love the most about this color is that it's environmental friendly. This means that it's gluten free, paraben free, and free of animal derived ingredients. The color has a soft floral fragrance, very pleasant when you're coloring your hair yourself. And it has a great creamy consistency that stays where you put it. It is great to use with a bow and brush or with a bottle. And today I'm going to guide you step by step on how you can apply this color at home and get the best results using not only the bottle, but also the bow and brush. And so this color is very easy to use. You simply mix it in a 1 to 2 mixing ratio with its dedicated developer. And when I say 1 to 2 mixing ratio, I mean 1 ounce of the color and 2 ounces of its a dedicated developer, as you can see here. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the developer, but I want to make sure that you understand that this little box here, this beautiful box, has 2 ounces. So if you're going to use the whole tube, you need to add 4 ounces of the 10 volume developer. All right. Another thing that I love about this new formula is that we have a new brand, a packaging in it that is great because if you're looking for red, you can see that the box already lets you know that this is going to be a red tone. Talking about the red tones, these are colors that were just added. We added a few red shades that are super vibrant and shiny and that you're gonna love. And let me give you another example. For example, if you're looking for a blonde, then you'll see that it'll have like the a warm golden package, if that makes sense. And for example, if you're trying to be a brunette or enhance your brunette color, you'll see that the color it's the box is color coded, which is a great for someone who doesn't know a lot about all the crazy numbers that are in the box. Then that at least guides you in the right direction. And so the dedicated developer, this is a brand new product. The developer, it's a 10 volume. As you all know if you've been using Wella Color Charm color before, we only have 20 and 30 volume. And now we have this new 10 volume cream developer that it's free of animal derived ingredients. It has no fragrance and it enhances the gray blending if you're trying to get rid of some of those gray hairs. Like I said, it provides a creamy consistency and it helps color penetrate the hair, offering rich and multi-dimensional tone. And it's very easy to use with a bottle or with a bowl and brush. Now that you know um, about the product and how it works, I'm going to give you more information on processing time and all of that throughout the video. But I do want to share with you our first model. So as you guys know, I said that this is a great product to change the tone of the hair, to add its shine, and to just make it more rich. And that's what my first model or mannequin head that I'm going to share with you, that's what I did with it. Let me share this with you guys here. As you can see here, I already did half of her hair. So I colored it with the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color on the shade 5RR, which is a medium red tone, okay? And let me guide you a little bit on how I created this, and I'm gonna share with you how you can do it from home as well. So as you can see here, her existing color, or how the mannequin head was before I used the 5RR, this is how it was. This is how the color looked. And let me share with you guys, remember that if you have any questions, you can put it on the chat box. And at the end of this video, I'm going to answer all of your amazing questions, okay? And that also will enter you to win the giveaway. And so as you can see here, this mannequin has around the roots or around the new growth, she's a level 5, which is actually a medium brown, light brown color, but she has existing highlights that I have created for another video. So if you're someone out there who has a brown color, right, a brown and natural color, and has existing faded highlights like this, you know, they look a little brassy. The hair also, it's a little dry. You can use the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color to get rid of all of that. It gives it shine. This color also has shea butter, so it leaves the hair super, super soft after the coloring service. And so what I did to be able to get this beautiful, vibrant red is that I applied the 5RR from roots, and then I apply it through the mid-shaft and ends using the bottle, and I let it process for 20 minutes. This color, you're gonna let it process for 20 minutes, and it lasts up to 24 washes. So it fades as you continue to wash. Now, a great tip that I can give you so that your color lasts longer is to use the amazing Indigo Brilliance shampoo and conditioner. This is a great shampoo for someone who's looking for more longevity when it comes to their hair color. What I love about the Brilliance shampoo and conditioner is its fragrance. It has a citrus fragrance. It's very invigorating, and I just love to use it every morning when I wake up before to go to work. And so this is the shampoo. Of course, they have their conditioner. As you can see here, the Brilliance Vibrant Color Conditioner. And they also have a hair mask. So if your hair is feeling a little bit dry, it's a little bit dull, and needs more movement when you styling, it's great to use the Color Vibrancy Vibrant Color Mask. And the way you use this is that after you shampoo, if you're going to use the mask, you don't have to use the conditioner. You just apply the shampoo, rinse it out, and then you will apply it on clean towel dry hair, your mask, and you're going to let it process for up to 10 minutes or so, or maybe while you wash the rest of your body. and it's going to give you that soft, nice, very vibrant hair. And for those of you who like to style your hair, they have also this leave-in conditioner. This is the what you call it, the Miracle BB spray. And this one, what it does is that it protects the hair from the hot tools so that your color doesn't fade. Because I don't know if you guys know, but this is a pro tip. If you put the a flat iron or the curling iron very, very hot, it can fade your color away. And so this is going to help protect that. Okay, so now that we know about the color and the shampoo, let's get right into the step by step. But before I do that, I want to mention that as you saw earlier, the mannequin head, when I started, had two different tones. And so what I want you to pay attention is that this color is only going to deposit, it's not going to lift. So that means that the color is not going to make your hair lighter. It's only going to deposit color. So as you can see here, where she had her light medium brown, she still looks with a red tone, but wherever she had highlights, you are going to see that it looks like multi-dimensional. And that's one of the things I love the most. There you see it. You see how it has the highs and the lows? That's because previously she had kind of like two colors in there. So you can expect to have a lot of multi-dimension, especially if you have had previous highlights. And so let's go ahead and show you how to use the bottle to apply the color when you are coloring your hair from home, okay? So the first thing you have to do, of course, you have to get your color, the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent color on your favorite shade. And then you're going to need its dedicated developer. I essentially intend volume. And we're going to mix this in a 1:2 mixing ratio, which means for each ounce of color, 2 ounces of the developer. Okay, so hopefully we're good until then. Then once you have your color, what you're going to make sure that you have before you start coloring is that you're going to need some gloves. You're also going to need, of course, because we're using the bottle now, we're going to need the bottle. And here I already put the developer in it because this is a pro tip, guys. What you want to do is that you want to pour the developer first, and then you want to shake that bottle a little bit, and that will coat the whole bottle around with the developer so that when we put the color, it's not sticking to the walls of the bottle, and it's going to be more easy when you're going to rinse it out. All right, so that's a pro tip. So you're going to need the gloves, the bottle. You're definitely going to want to have probably a wide tooth comb like this to comb through the hair after your application, and this is going to ensure proper saturation and even from root to ends. You're also going to need some clips. You're going to need a towel to wipe down your hands, or, you know, to cover around this area. You can also use a cape and or an old shirt, like a coloring shirt, okay? And those would be your tools, of course, along with a little bit, I put it in this spoon. This is a little bit of the barrier cream. So for barrier cream, you can use Vaseline or coconut oil or anything that you have at home that can work as a barrier cream. Remember that all of these products, you can find them at your local Sally Beauty stores. You can go on the web at sallybeauty.com or even through our Instagram app. Okay, so you can get all these products, the barrier cream and everything. So once you have everything done, what the first thing you want to do is that you want to section the hair. And the hair, we're going to section it into 4 quadrants. Okay, so essentially I like to go from the top of the hair through the top of the ear like so, right? And then you're going to create another subsection from the front through the middle all the way to the back. All right, so we're going to tuck this hair away. And what this helps is with control. You want to have control of the hair so that everything is more, the application is more clean and organic, and that you don't have the hair all over the place, coloring your skin or anything like that, okay? And so it would definitely, as you know, obviously I did half of the mannequin head, but it should look like this. It should look like these two sections on this side and then the same two sections on the other side for a total of 4 sections. All right, once you have the 4 sections, you're gonna wanna put your gloves on, okay? And when you put your gloves on, you're going to grab a little bit of that barrier cream, okay? And you're going to apply that right around the edges of your neck, forehead, and around the ears as well, so that you protect, so that you're not staining your skin. All right, so once you do that, then now we could start coloring. Because of the fact that I already colored half of my mannequin's head, and I don't want it to be wet again, I'm just going to put a little piece of foil paper here just so that I can cover that. But you certainly don't have to do this because, you know, you're going to start from scratch. And so to recreate this technique, you're going to want to start at the crown, on the front side section, and we're going to apply the color starting at the roots, working our way down through the ends. Okay, so right now I have 4 ounces of the developer, the Wella Color Charm 10 volume cream developer. I put the 4 ounces here. And what I'm gonna do, guys, is that we're gonna mix this together. Okay, and we're gonna use the shade 5RR. So let's go ahead and let's just do this together, guys. Okay, so if you're using the whole tube, which has 2 ounces, you have to add 4 ounces of the developer. And I would say that if you're here, it's kind of like around the same length of the mannequin head. Most likely, 1 tube would be ideal. Like it would be enough for the whole application. All right, and then you're just gonna shake that like so. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. And then that's that. Then we're ready. All righty. And we're going to start. So you're going to want to start in the front section around the top. Let me put the mannequin head towards the front in a little bit like this so that you can see better this application. Okay, remember that I put, for those of you who are joining in, this paper, you don't have to, this foil paper, you don't have to put it. I just want to protect that side that it's already done. But you're going to want to apply the color at the scalp first. So make sure that you put the product, the bottle down so that the product is going forward. And then you're just going to apply at the root, and using the nozzle, you can squeeze it down, like put it a little bit further down like so, or you can use your finger like this. All right, then we're going to use the nozzle and we're going to push that hair to the other side, and we're going to put another fine line of color, and with the same nozzle, as you can see, I'm just spreading it a little bit further down the root. Okay, now we're going to do that one more time. We're going to go ahead, we're going to apply that color at the regrowth or at the root. We're gonna smudge it down a little bit using the nozzle of the bottle, or you can use your finger. And then you're gonna use the nozzle again to create a fine line. So when I say a fine line, I'm talking about maybe 1/4 inch. And this is going to help you so that the color is even from root to ends. So once you do like 3 of these subsections, you can grab that hair. The roots are already done, right? You can place your hand behind the hair, and then you're just going to apply a little bit more of this color. As you can see, you're going to put the bottle down, and using your hands, you're just going to saturate the mid shafts and the tips of the hair or the ends. And then you can just place it towards the other side. All right, and we're going to continue doing the same thing. If your hands get too messy, you can go ahead and wipe them down so that you have a nice clean application and you're not coloring the walls or your forehead or anything, you know? That's going to prevent that. So we're going to continue to do this using fine sections, applying the color first at the root and using the nozzle to spread it a little bit further from the scalp. And what that helps, it's so that the hair stays wherever you put it, you know, so that that hair, it's not trying to come over back to this side. And here we're gonna go again. Like I said, you can use your fingers. We're gonna flip it to the other side. We're gonna make sure that those areas are well saturated. And once we have 2 to 3 sections, we're gonna go in here and we're going to color the rest of that hair from the mids and throughout the ends. And this is very repetitive. Now, I do want to mention a little bit more information about the color. The color lasts up to 24 washes. So this means that this color is not a permanent hair color. This is a color that it's Demi Permanent. Therefore, it's going to last about 24 shampoos or washes. And then it'll start fading out very beautiful, and you won't see a line of demarcation between your natural hair and the hair that you had colored previously, you know. And that's in comparison. If you use a permanent color, then when your hair grows out, you will see that there's a line of demarcation. Okay. And so now we are about halfway done. I'm only going to do 1 quadrant just because of the fact that this is very repetitive. Okay, so for those of you who are joining in now, thank you so much for joining into this DIY University class by Sally Beauty. My name is Luis Rodriguez, and I am sharing with you how you can gloss like a boss using the new formula from the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Color. And let me tell you something. Now they came out with 21 shades that include reds, which is something new. The red colors, as you all know, Wella, it's known for its reds. So that's our staple. So you know that you're going to have beautiful red tones, especially now that we're going towards the fall season and the reds take over the red carpets and all of the fashion industry and hair industry. And so we're applying this color at the root first, and then we are putting some color once we do the roots through the mid-shaft and the ends. And so I was explaining that you can use the bottle, you can create fine lines about 1/4 inch. You put that color at the root first. And then once you have a few sections, not too thick, not a lot of sections, maybe 2 or 3, you're going to go ahead and you're going to apply the color using your fingers. And this is a pro tip. Just go in there and work it with your fingers so that everything is nice and saturated. And I can already see, guys, how that color is turning to that beautiful, beautiful 5RR tone, which is a medium red brown color. All right, and that would be the whole application. Once you're done with that one side, right, you're going to want to bring all this hair down. And here you can do two things. You know, you already have your barrier cream, so you're not really going to get stained on your skin, but you can also maybe place a foil or anything here so that it doesn't touch your skin. But this would be a great time to grab that wide tooth comb and just run it through the hair so that this ensures proper saturation and even tone from root to end. So we're gonna grab a few sections, right? And we're going to run the comb through so that we make sure that that color is gonna be nice and even and that we're not gonna have any blonde or browns in between the red tones that we want to create, okay? Once you have that, you can place that hair down like so. And then once the hair is down, you're gonna start the next section on the front, and then you'll do the same technique on the back of the head. Then once you apply the color, when you're done with your last section, then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna time yourself for up to 20 minutes. Once that process is done, you're gonna go ahead and you're going to shampoo and condition with the Brilliance shampoo from Wella Professionals because it provides long-lasting results for someone who colors their hair, and it gives you beautiful, beautiful shine, and it has a great fragrance. Once you process that hair and you shampoo, condition and dry the hair, then you'll end up with this amazing, beautiful, multi-dimensional red using the 5RR from the new formula of the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Cream Hair Color. All right? I hope that you guys kind of like grasp the idea of how to do this in a nice, technical way so that it comes out beautiful with a nice, clean application. All right. And so now that we have this part done, right, let me just put this model down for a minute because I want to share with you other things that you can do with this color. All right. So with this color, you can also not only change the tone like we just did with our first model, but we can also, you know, get rid of unwanted warm tones. So as you can see here, this mannequin has like a golden tone to it, a light golden blonde. And golden is not bad. I love golden tones, but this one, it looks a little bit dry. It doesn't shine that much. And this model or the scenario that I want to share with you is when you have this warm gold because of the summer and all of the environmentals around the summer, like for example, the salt water and the chlorine, they get brassy. So you want to tone them down and you want to make it nice and ash and cool like this side. Doesn't that look multi-dimensional and beautiful, guys? I am really, really loving this shade. And so to create this look, to get rid of the unwanted warm tones and add some shine, what I did is that I went in and I applied the color, a light natural ash blonde from the Demi Permanent Cream Hair Color by Wella Professional, which is the 9NA. Okay, guys, and as you know, the little box is color coded, so you know that you are on the right track with your blondes. So I use the 9NA shade in a 1:2 mixing ratio with its dedicated developer, the Wella Color Charm Cream Developer in 10 volume. And I used 2 ounces, which is the whole tube, with 4 ounces of the cream developer, because this you mix it in a 1-to-2 mixing ratio. And now I'm going to share with you another application technique using the bowl and brush. So if you don't feel comfortable using the bottle from home, don't worry. I'm also going to share with you how to do it with the bowl and brush so that you have those, both of those techniques down packed. Now with this, I'm going to go a little bit quicker. As you know, you're going to go ahead and you're going to section the hair into 4 quadrants. So it's the same sectioning technique. We're going to section that hair out, and we're going to start in the 2 front sections. But instead of starting from the top and putting that hair to the side, because we're not using the bottle, of course, remember to put your barrier cream there before starting the color application. Then you're going to use your gloves, which I'm going to put on right now. And for those of you who are joining in, guys, thank you so much for joining into this DIY University class by Sally Beauty. Remember that you can enter for the giveaway, because Sally Beauty is going to choose 3 lucky winners to win the giveaway, which includes 2 tubes of color of the shades that you want, and it's dedicated developer. And to enter, all you have to do is just write a comment on the comment section or ask a question in the chat box. And also remember to hit that like button, and you'll be entered instantly to win this amazing giveaway. 3 amazing winners. And what I'm doing here now, guys, let me see if I can share with you. You can see that I mixed a whole tube of the 9NA, which is 2 ounces, with 4 ounces of the temp cream developer. And now I am using a whisk to kind of like mix this. So the things that you're going to need to create this look are the clips, the gloves. You can use a whisk. If not, you can just mix it with your color brush. But these whisks are amazing, and you can find them at Sally Beauty in your local Sally Beauty stores, or you can go online at sallybeauty.com, or remember that you can even purchase from our Instagram shop at Sally Beauty on Instagram. And so that gives you that nice creamy consistency, which is perfect for what we're doing now. And then for this one, of course, you're going to need, instead of a bottle, the bowl and the brush. All righty, so let's go in and let's start this color application. So we already got the color mix, we got the gloves, the bowls, the white tooth comb, the clips, the color bowl and brush, a towel, a cape, and the whisk. And we're gonna start this application. Once we divide that hair, and remember I said that I recommend to divide the hair right on top of the ear. So you're going to do a section from the center all the way down to the nape in the back. And then you're going to do another section from ear to ear. And that would give you 4 quadrants like so. And we're going to start in the front ones. And with this one, what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to drop down a fine section, and then we're going to clip the rest of the hair using a clip. We're going to clip it up to, take it out of the way. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to start coloring that hair right from the root all the way through the mid shaft and end. So we're going to start at the roots, and then we're going to place our hand in the back. And we're going to use our fingers to just make sure that we apply that color evenly. Then we're going to grab another section, right? We're going to put the brush, we're going to put it down. We're going to grab another section like so. And we're going to clip the rest of the hair so that it's out of the way. And we are going to continue that application, placing the color at the root area. and then continuing throughout the midshaft and the ends. And remember that using your fingers, it's a great, great tip. Now, when we use the bottle, we started from the top, but when we're using the bowl and brush, we want to start at, at the lower front, from the bottom to the top. And we grab the color, we apply right at those root areas, you know. If you use a fine section, you don't have to apply it in both sides because it'll automatically kind of like saturate both sides. And remember that we're going to go in with the white tooth comb and we're going to comb that hair through, which is another pro tip, so that this hair comes out perfect, 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 even from root to ends. Now we're dropping another section down and we're coloring that from the roots through the ends using the brush. And so, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. To those who are joining in just now, we are here sharing with you how you can gloss like a boss using the Wella Colorcharm Demi Permanent color. And we have a giveaway that you can win by just liking this video, putting a comment and or asking a question on the chat box, and that'll get you set up to win 2 tubes of color as well as its dedicated developer. And I know that the title of this class is a boss in gloss, which means that we're going to make the hair shiny and vibrant, but that it's so easy because all of the 21 shades that we have available provide amazing shine. Let me tell you guys that we also have a clear shade, which is a shade that if you are happy with how your hair looks, but you see that it's a little bit dull, that it needs a little bit of shine, you can use the clear gloss Demi Permanent cream hair color to just add that nice shine without affecting your existing color. So if you're in love with the color that you have already and you don't need any little tweakings, like for example, this warm blonde, want it to be a little bit more ashy, want it to be a little bit more cool. So we are using the 9NA to get rid of the unwanted warm tones and at the same time adding that gloss in there. And because this color has shea butter, the hair is going to feel so soft, like if you put a hair mask in it. And so now that you know that this color not only provides clear gloss, but it can also be used to refresh your existing hair color. It can be used to blend some gray hairs away. So if you have like a 25% gray hair or something, like a few gray hairs that you want to get rid of, or like blend in, not necessarily get rid of, but like blend it in for a more natural look, you can use this Demi Permanent formula to blend grays, to tone the hair, to refresh, or to even change the tone. And like I said earlier, you can use it also to do like low lights. And my next model that I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be how to create that amazing money piece that it's so trendy right now and it doesn't want to go away. I'm going to share with you how to do that. But in the meantime, we're going to close it up here by continuing to use fine subsections, working from the bottom to the top, using our bowl and brush to apply the color first at the roots. And then we're still applying color to saturate the middles or the midst of the hair and the tips or the ends. And once you do that, you could go in with your fingers like so, and you can just, make sure that you blend it in there very, very well. And a pro tip, a great tip, is to then just go ahead using a wide tooth comb and just going in and brushing that color down so that you make sure that you didn't miss any spots, and that when you shampoo your hair with the Brilliance shampoo and conditioner, the end result is going to be perfect, just like the other side of this mannequin head, which I recreated for you guys. All righty. And so once you're done with that application, you're going to wait for 20 minutes. You're going to process for 20 minutes. And then you're going to shampoo and condition your hair, and you're going to style it as you desired. And then you'll see that we went from brass to sass using the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Hair Color on this shade 9NA. And these are just 2 shades of the 21 different shades that we have to offer, including those amazing reds that were just added to this formula. And so I'm very excited for you all to try these new colors. Remember that you can win 2 tubes of color and 1 whole tube like this of its dedicated development by entering the giveaway. And all you have to do is like the video, make a comment, or ask a question. Alrighty, at the end of this video, I'm going to be answering all of those questions for you. So if there's any doubts or concern, please write them down, because I want to provide as much information as I can for you guys. And so last but not least, we're going to go in now and we're going to share with you this, my last model of the day. And so as you can see here, this is her natural color. Okay, this is how the mannequin head came in. I did a little kind of like layering in there and shorten it a little bit. But the main takeaway that I want you guys to take is how you can create a nice face frame using the 5BB. Let me share that with you, because this is one of our purple shades, and this is a plum brown color. It's the 5BB Demi Permanent Hair Color. This is one of the new shades from the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Hair line. I mixed it in a 1:2 mixing ratio, as you know, with its dedicated developer in 10 volume. And guys, all you have to do to get this look is just to subdivide a little bit of hair around your face frame. For example, I just did the fringe area, or the bangs, as many people know, and then I color it. I just did this. I just swept a few hairs out like so, and then I went in and I colored them from the root to the ends using the brush and using a foil paper. So essentially what I did is that I took a little bit of hair out, right? You can do 1/4 of an inch, you can do an inch, you can do it as thick or as thin as you want. And all you have to do is just grab that hair that it's in front of you, that you can do it very easily in front of the mirror. You just grab that hair and you put the color on, you know, from the roots to the ends. And then what you do is that you can either put a foil paper behind here, and you can color towards the back if you don't want to do it towards the front. This way you can use your eyes to look in the mirror and kind of like color this hair on top of that, so that you are protecting the hair that you do not. Or you can just simply grab it with your hands like so, color it, and that's it. It doesn't even have to come from the root. And it'll give you, after 20 minutes, shampoo and condition and style, it'll give you that beautiful face frame. Now, before we go, I want to go into something really important that I feel like you have to know, guys. This color only deposits, so it doesn't lift color. All right? So that means that if you're a blonde like this model and you want to be a brown, like a plum brown, like the 5BB, you can use this and it'll change the tone. Now, if you have darker hair, this is more of a dramatic change. But if you have like brown hair, like this mannequin did, you can see the brown right here. And if you want to change the tone, you can go ahead and apply, for example, a red tone, and it will change the tone, but it'll be less noticeable. So the darker, the lighter you are, the more result, more impactful it's gonna be, if that makes sense. So what I want to say is that if you want a little bit more of a pop of color and you are a brunette, you can use the Wella Color Charm Powder Lightener to pre-lighten some areas, and then use the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Color to give it the shine and the tone that you want. All right, guys? And I think that now we are ready to take some questions. Oh my goodness. And here we have our first question. Thank you so much. Let me see if Miss Thelma. And Thelma is asking, what level should hair be to get 5RR? Thank you so much for that question, Thelma. So I have a little chart here, right? That gives you like the natural tones, okay? So as you can see here, and let me take the mannequin out for now so that you can see this. As you can see here, this would be the lightest color and this would be the darkest. So of course, all of you who are out there should be in any one of these categories. So I would say that if you want to, if you are for the 5RR to grab, you can be a light brown and you'll see the difference. Very, very beautiful. It'll be just like this. Thelma, it'll be just like this, because as you know, this is the brown. As you can see, this is a level 5, which is like a light brown color. And if you put the 5RR, it's going to look just like that. Now, Thelma, if you are lighter, then remember that it's going to look a little bit lighter. Or if you have highlights, it'll give you those two kind of tones, as you can see here. And I hope that that answered your question. We have another question from William Smith, and it says, on hair that is pre-lightened, would you reduce the processing time? Well, actually, no, you don't have to reduce the processing time, but you can, if you want to, as an artist or as a consumer. For example, if I did a set of highlights and I put the 9NA and I see that after 10 or 15 minutes is the tone that I want, go ahead, shampoo and rinse, because that's what you want and that is perfect. But it would never hurt to leave it up to the 20 minutes. And I'll tell you why, because the Wella Color Charm Demi Permanent Color, it's such a gentle hair color that even someone who's gotten maybe a perm or a relaxer can use this product because it's so gentle. It's ammonia free, gluten free, paraben free, and it's also environmental friendly because it's free of animal derived ingredients. And I hope that answered your question. Now we have another question from Anaida, and she says, can I get the products, hair colors, and shampoo, conditioner, mask, and leave-in at Sally Beauty? Yes, you can. You can purchase all of the products that I have talked about today, not only at your local Sally Beauty store, but you can go on the website, which is sallybeauty.com, and also in our Instagram app. They have kind of like, you know, those new shops that we have on Instagram. You can go there as well. How long do you process? How long does it process? So that's a great question. Thank you so much, Thelma. I think this is your second question, and you process for anywhere up to 20 minutes. So like I said earlier, if you're toning some highlights, Thelma, and you feel like after 10, 15 minutes, you achieve the color that you want, you can go ahead and rinse it off. That's okay. And shampoo it off and style. But the maximum amount, or what we recommend, it's up to 20 minutes for the long lasting results. And it lasts up to 24 washes. Next question is from Miss Grace. Will clear help with sun fading? So the clear, what it's going to do, which I have it here, this is what it would look like, Grace. This is how the clear shade looks like. This one is just going to add shine. So if you're trying to, if the question really is that if you want an ash blonde and it faded into a warm tone and you want to cool it again, if the clear would work, the clear will only give you shine. It would not cancel unwanted warm tones. If you want to cancel unwanted warm tones, you probably want to add something with a hint of color in it. For example, an ash tone like the 9NA, which we talked about today throughout the video. All right, and we have another question from Miss Lopez, Lisa Lopez. It says, can you explain the ratios when measuring? Definitely. Thank you so much for the question. And so, Miss Lopez, if you want, you can always have a measuring cup nearby. It never hurts. Or if you have a bottle, you can also use the bottle because it has the measurements. But I'll tell you. So this product, you mix it in a 1-to-2 mixing ratio. But I know sometimes that's a little bit complicated because the tube has 2 ounces. So if the tube has 2 ounces and it's a 1-to-2 mixing ratio, the tube has 2 ounces, you're going to mix 4 ounces of the developer. Okay? But if you're only going to refresh, let's say just the roots, you can use 1 ounce of the tube. It would give you for 2 root touch-ups. If you're going to use it for a root touch-up, 1 ounce of the color and 2 ounces of the developer. Okay, but if you're using 2 ounces of the color, then you have to use 4 ounces of the developer. And I hope that answered your question. And we have another question from Alexia, and she says, does the product cover gray hair? What percentage gray coverage? I feel like this is a professional out there also watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting us here at Sally Beauty University, DIY University by Sally Beauty. And yes, the product, it's not going to cover 100% gray hair, but it's going to blend the gray away. If you want to talk about percentage, because it seems like you're knowledgeable about it, I would say that if you have a 25% gray hair, this would be perfect for you because it'll blend it away in a way that it'll be seamless. But if you have 50% gray hair or more, remember that it's going to do a blending. So it's actually going to stain that white or gray hair, and it's going to give it a nice, beautiful tone, rich and shiny, but it's not going to cover 100% because we are using a very mild volume developer, which is the 10 volume. And remember, guys, that you can always follow us on social media for more tips and tricks on how to use our product and to purchase these products, to purchase everything that I use today. You can go to your local Sally Beauty store. You could go on the web at sallybeauty.com and you can go into the app. Remember to follow us at Sally Beauty, at Wella Color Charm, and please follow me at @LuisFernando_ here on Instagram. Until next time, bye.